Actually,
oh!
you were right on. Kind of.
Look at that thing.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. I'm Justin, I got Ripley here with me today.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Well, you know the story. We get tons of watches here every single day, always see interesting stuff. We're gonna get into one today, see what we got, and I'm actually gonna let you take a guess on what it is.
Fantastic, I'm looking forward to it.
Very good. Before we do that, should we do a wrist check?
Absolutely.
All right, I'll let you start.
Tudor Black Bay 36 with the blue dial.
I like that.
I honestly, for everyone who's like priced out of the Explorer 1 range, this is like I think a great alternative from Tudor, especially you can get it with a black dial, and it doesn't feel like a Explorer Lite. It's kind of its own thing, but checks a lot of the same boxes. What about you?
Tudor also. Vintage Tudor.
My God, that's a pretty one.
Yeah, that one's nice, right? Tudor sub, vintage. Love vintage Tudors. I think they're good. I think they're on the expensive side for what they are, but God, gorgeous watch, right?
Yeah, and if you're priced out of a 5513 Rolex, that's
exactly.
Wow, that's a great alternative.
And it's a good excuse to own several, right? Who says you have to have just one? I love the blue on that, by the way, and I think that is the way to do it. The blue with the blue strap, like that configuration. I mean, when you're looking for a blue watch, and let's be honest, you are. That's a freaking great one.
100%, and it's cheap.
Yeah, exactly.
Relatively.
Great price. Okay, all right, well, let's get into it. As you know, we get tons of watches all the time. We always see interesting stuff. We're gonna open one up right now and see what it is. Emily, do you have the box? All right. All right, I will do the honors. Okay, so I'm gonna take a peek and I'm gonna let you guess at it.
Big boy.
I was gonna say you can probably already.
I can smell the opulence. It is in precious metals, but I feel the table getting weighed down from it.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you are not wrong. It's heavy over here now.
I mean, it's going to be something. Okay, I'm not gonna.
I know you have kind of an idea, but think on the far edge of the spectrum on what you're thinking. I'll give you that.
I mean, President's the obvious answer, but I feel like that might be too obvious. I'm gonna go gold sub.
Ooh, no, you were closer with President.
Okay.
Actually,
oh,
you were right on. Rolex President, 118348, if I'm not mistaken, but the dial, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
factory diamond bezel, first of all, so there's that. But then that's about as far as you get from like a plain Jane President. Sure. Lavender Jade carousel dial. Yes. So like layers here as far as the intrigue. It's a purple jade dial where there's this metal like scaffolding on it, which is then like diamond paved. Right. Such an interesting one. I feel like I've never seen this. I've seen carousel dials. They make them in different stone colors. They do mother of pearl. They do diamond paved ones. But I don't know if I've ever seen this execution of it. The lavender jade. It's such a bizarre one. I love it personally. I mean, biased. I'm Los Angeles Lakers, but like. Yeah, it is. I like it as well. I've never seen it in person. Absolutely, I think I've seen pictures of it here and there. And there's other colors, right? I've seen a green one. And then like you said, I've seen a carousel dial in quite a few different configurations. I see gold, and a lot of them aren't paved with diamonds, which, you know, kind of make it a little less opulent. But this one, yeah, for me, it's that color of that dial. That lavender jade is just so striking. It really is, and it's also, you know, I would wear this watch. It's so loud and ridiculous, it almost crosses the bridge to the point where I'm down with it. And this is also a fairly modern Rolex as well. Right. You know, you get solid bracelet. It's a 6-digit, so 2017 is this exact example. But like, you know, when you think about stone dials, you kind of think of it being something Rolex used to do and they're getting back into. But if you look at this watch, you almost don't know when it was made. Right. Like if I told you, I could see that. Yeah, this is almost kind of like agnostic as far as age because it's just so bizarre. Right. But oh man, do I love it! And what people don't realize about the carousel dial is those little spokes are actually the hour markers. Yeah, the spoke dial is great. It's not just another design that, you know, is kind of a busy thing to add to the dial. Like, it does have purpose. The spokes are the hour markers, so it's appropriate. And I gotta agree with you. I like it.
I don't think I could wear it, but for a lady, I think it's great. I think for the right guy and you know, being able to pull it off, you could do it. Yeah, I think you could absolutely pull it off.
One on each wrist as I go like tour my G-Wagon collection or something like that. Like, I mean, it's so loud, I feel like it crosses that bridge where it's almost a bizarre statement piece.
Sure.
I feel like this could be worn by any person of any gender with any style. Like sweatpants and a t-shirt, it's a weird vibe, but like it kind of works because it's so loud.
Yeah, it's a statement piece, right? I mean, that's what it's for.
100%. And I think the other thing that's interesting is, so Rolex reference numbers don't allude to the dial. So like 118348 basically describes it's a yellow gold President 36 with a diamond bezel, but that same reference number will apply to a wide variety of different dials. Now, just that dial by itself, separate from a watch, is over $10,000. If you were to just like source that dial on the open market, it's a 5-figure dial, and
wow.
You know, it's one of those things where you don't see them very often. It costs more than like a steel sub,
the dial. Just the dial,
the dial
which makes sense. I mean, there's a lot of diamonds on here, right? And as a whole, I mean, we talked about the diamond bezel too. If that wasn't enough for the pave diamonds on the dial and on the spokes everywhere there, we have a full diamond bezel as well. So,
but outside of the quantity of diamonds, these dials are actually hard to construct. If you see a lot of Rolex stone dials, they don't have hour markers. Like if you see an old onyx dial, especially in the older days, because you have to drill a lot of holes in a delicate sheet of stone. And so you frequently just see the dials unadorned. The fact that this has like this whole kind of cage on top of it, super, super interesting, adds a lot of depth because you get this depth of that metal and the diamonds, but then you also get the depth of the stone. It's not just like a flat surface. So it ends up being far more dynamic. And honestly, I feel like you could have 100 presidents coming in a row and you're not gonna have another one like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have hundreds of presidents come in.
We see them all the time for years and years and years, and I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen actually any of these. So it absolutely is a special watch. Seeing that dial up close is really what gets it for me on this one. When you see it from across the room, you know, it looks like a lavender dial. You almost don't even notice it's stone. It's more of like a subtle texture on the stone. Some stones you see the tiger eye, you see things that are really like, you instantly see the texturing and the pattern. This one, not so much, and I like that. I think it's nice. It's got a beautiful color on its own, outside of any texture or stone quality. It just has a beautiful color. And then when you get up close to it, you see just ever so slightly variants of deeper shades of lavender, a little bit of lighter color, and it just, I think it adds so much character, and I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful color.
I also love this generation of President too. So it's the first of the 6 digits. So you get the high polished lugs like the modern ones, but you also get that solid link bracelet. Like this watch feels so much more substantial compared to the 11838s, and a lot of that is the bracelet. Like this feels like a modern Rolex, but you get this very novel dial in this kind of, you know, more of a beefier case compared to the other one where the lugs have slimmed down. I personally really love this generation of President, and I also love this dial. I don't know if this could be someone's everyday watch, but I feel like if I owned it, I would wear it.
You would just make it your everyday watch? I don't think it has to be. For me, it can be, you know, it can be the special occasion watch. It can be the when you're feeling something wild watch. And I think it does that fantastic.
Oh, you also have to look at the number of purple Rolex dials that exist. That haven't faded purple, you know. But think about, it's really not that common of a color. You see it on some date justs, but this, it does look unique. And I love the full yellow. I mean, again, Lakers, but.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this one is very interesting, fantastic watch. I'm glad you were here to experience it with us. Just shows you, we always see something new and interesting, and I love it.
Even get to show off these big Rolex boxes, because you see this thing, and it's enormous, and then there's just the watch, and I don't know why they do this, but like they have pockets in it. They don't give you anything in the pockets, but.
I like it. I don't know that I need it, but I do like it.
Well, I guess if you have a bunch of Rolexes, you can just put the one and just keep the other ones in the little freezers.
Yeah, I would find something to put in there, absolutely. All right, well that wraps it up for this gorgeous day date. I wanna know what you guys think. What's your opinion on this watch? Let us know.
Would you wear it?
And would you wear it? Absolutely. Definitely a special watch. Let us know. Leave us a comment below. Are you in or are you out? Leave it below. All right, well that's about it. Thanks for joining us, Ripley.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Tons of fun, and what a cool watch.
Yeah, until next time, be well.